Hello guys, Rob Marenghi here. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to read you some of my poetry / lyrics. There's a range of topics. I'll do a few. Will last a few minutes. I apologise if I can't look directly at the camera for all this. Actually no, I probably can for some of them. So I'll put this paper down. Okay, this is Jack and Jill. All the lonely people, I know where they're from. They're from Amsterdam, and they're from central Rome, and Jack and Jill walk alone, always will, always done, up the hill. Blue rain-coated man, walking round this town, his eyes are down, staring at the ground. There's a fake blood-red rose, pinned to his peach nose. He goes to shows. We walk alone. We walk alone. We walk alone. Friends and family are a blessing. We walk alone. We walk alone. Thank you. I will imagine applause on there. Yeah. Okay. This one I will need to consult the bit of paper in front of me. Okay. This goes out to the 10 years wasted. To the green when the wean fell through, to the struggle and the trouble and the heroin bubble where temptation Thomas got trapped like glue, and to all of the venomous glances, and to all of the slithering sly snakes in the grass, eyes flash as they pass, A's, B's and C's, these E's are way too speedy, man. Big up the Bobs, Beethoven too, benzodiazepines, big up Bjork and Biggie Smalls, big up poets in the hall. Big up the Bobs, Beethoven too, benzodiazepines. Big up Bjork and Biggie Smalls. Big up poets in the hall. Meditation led me down a different path, not faced with the future or chased by the past. Faced with the race, you forget to go fast. Saw my poor soul swinging in plaster cast, like looking in the mirror into different glass. Smoking weed at a speed Snoop Dogg might draw. Sometimes I hit the ceiling, other times I hit the floor. Success with the ladies just brought on guilt. For me or for she, depends who did the jilt. Pecs on necks and sex regrets the text. So yes, then pain comes next, and I looked for God. I found philosophers. I never quite bought the books of the divine. Socrates and Nietzsche narrow my mind. Big up the Bobs, Beethoven too. Benzodiazepines. Big up Bjork, Biggie Smalls. Big up poets in the hall. Big up the Bobs, Beethoven too. Benzodiazepines. Big up Bjork, Biggie Smalls. Big up poets in the hall. She placed a hand upon my chest. She was stressed, so I guess she just meant to rest. But she broke my ribcage, fished the heart out, took it to her red brick Indian house. Then I got sick. Beyond repair. In a hurry curried favour with a negative glare. She knocked all balls all out the fucking park. Some score 6 or 4, but she set this spark. Kept me writing in fire about her wince ever since the end of our 10 to 10 day stint. Yeah, 10 days only. That was enough to leave me locked in the box she dropped on my head. You can drop me in the ocean if you drop me in a bed. Big up the Bobs, Beethoven too, benzodiazepines. Big up Bjork and Biggie Smalls. Big up poets in the hall. Big up the Bobs, Beethoven too, benzodiazepines. Big up Bjork and Biggie Smalls. Big up poets in the hall. Now I shouldn't complain of what remains, of the organ she took, travelled with and played. I don't know about you, how could I do? When I'm in the mood I want the best for you. And I hypothesized that if I sang about how Iness, dishonest, disrespectful at best, flat and that and boring, just not my prowess. Plus I owe it to myself to tell the full truth too. Friends and family who might listen to. Songs I sung or wrongs I done which might disturb. Peace of mind of anyone who lies in this world. Peace of mind of anyone who lies with their words. Big up the Bobs, Beethoven too. Benzodiazepines. Big up Bjork and Biggie Smalls. Big up poets in the halls. Big up the Bobs, Beethoven too. Benzodiazepines. Big up Bjork, Biggie Smalls. big up poets in the hall. Alright, that was lyrics to Roll Pages Beethoven, which will be coming out in April 2019. I'm not going to do too many more because that's already 5 minutes. But I will do this one. Pete Doherty in a different light. Everything was grinning in our youth, we were winning and sinning and singing and ginning and slinging, popping pills till our pupils swelled like shillings. Fools at school, fools in our 20s. I'm almost 30 now, it's almost dirty how I get so many offers that I can't keep count. Bumble account buzzing like my mind. I swear to God I'm living in a hive. I peek at people in the street and I peek at politicians Pete. Doherty does look like me. If it's good enough for Mossy, it's good enough for me. I peek at people in the street. I peek at politicians Pete. Doherty does look like me. If it's good enough for Mossy, it's good enough for me. Now when uni was finished, it diminished that net in it, lifted us out of a world of water, man's knives and slaughter. Could I have a daughter? Watchmen caught her while I cynically support her. Confessions are lessons disguised. Confessions are blessings disguised as lessons in the parishes. Confessions are blessings disguised as lessons, and in the parishes, parasite priests are pressing their chests to the box, 'cause that's where Miss Locks confesses her affairs on Sunday morning slots. I peek at people in the street. I peek at politicians Pete. Doherty does it like me. If it's good enough for Mossy, it's good enough for me. I peek at people in the street. I peek at politicians Pete. Doherty does it like me. If it's good enough for Mossy, good enough for me. Okay, Moss, you know. Now I'm living in dingy East, Lond on. You get it? A tight line, but I'm fine as long as I get what's mine. Maybe some time or rhymes or wine or even better Thai weed. Not ease or speed or LSD, each of them fuck me separately. But what a feat dropping LSD on a busy central London street initially, tripping so prettily. PTSD from LSDS to UPID, punished accordingly. Jakey made the choice to ride that bike. Jakey made the choice to ride that bike. Jakey made the choice to ride that bike. No helmet, no headlights, stupid fuck. I pick at people in the street. I peek at politicians Pete. Doherty does it like me. If it's good enough for Mossy, it's good enough for me. I peek at people in the street. I peek at politicians Pete. Doherty does it like me. If it's good enough for Mossy, it's good enough for me. Apologies to Peter, because I know that he got jabbed by Johnny Borrell and Jamie T, but I think he's fucking great. I'd love for us to meet. That's that one. Should I do one more? What one are we on? Yes. Let's... I'll do one more. This is, I don't know why I said one more so many times. This is too much white privilege. Too much white privilege, much too much white to have any kind of opinion. The social dimension, it seems it's come full circle, undeepening of a dominion. Ladies of the jury, Stephanie's speech began. The scene, a crowded slug and lettuce bar, Stephanie slim and tanned. The man we speak of today is a feminist's enemy, a cis-white gender depressive male, a cog in the fucking patriarchy. His eyes reflect detached houses, his pockets probably stuffed. I bet he bets, I bet he cheats, I bet he beats her up. You know who I'm talking about, ladies, our former friend Felicity whom he stole from us. But before we bring that bastard down and show his reputation, does any sister have a word but not a refutation? Too much white privilege, much too much white to have any kind of opinion. The social dimension seems it's come full circle, undeepening of a dominion. Now the Virgin Mary said, now come on now, my dear sisters. Wasn't it us who shouted men down on social platforms? Get it? And when they moved towards us, well, we mostly moved away. So maybe, ladies, it isn't right to condemn this man around town. Fuck that, said Stephanie. Let's burn this fucking fascist fucker's reputation down. And before you change any minds, Mary, about what must be done, remember there's a man to blame. It could be husband, brother, father, son. Now, ladies, I'm done talking. I've said what I must say. This boy is my own brother. I'm right and he must pay. Those male feminists, not hard to see through, had too much white privilege. Much too much white. Too. I will leave it there. I could go on and on, but that means a video would. So, check out my other videos on mental health. I've got playlists now. Mental health, culture and religion, drugs, love, etc. Links to my music below. Please subscribe, share this, like this, all the usual, ego validating shit that validates my ego. Alright guys, this was my poetry and lyrics, a small sample of. Alright, take it easy, bye.